Good morning, my dear students. So let us discuss and conclude the chapter of reproduction in organisms. So as we have discussed about the different types of events like pre-fertilization events and fertilization and post-fertilization events, then these kind of the changes will be occur. Finally, what will be the result of a sexual reproduction? Whether you have to observe in the animals, the final result is a development of a new organism. Whereas in case of the flowering plants, the formation of fruit and seed is the final components. So this formation or the development of the final products called as the seed or the fruit, how they are developing. So let us discuss about the development, or we call it as formation of fruit and seed. So how these seeds and fruits are formed in the flowering plants, especially when you have to observe the category of angiospermic plants. In these angiospermic plants can performing the final products, we call it as the formation of fruit and seed. So in angiosperms, the fruit formation and seed formation. First of all, what is a fruit? What it indicates? A fruit. So fruit, it indicates a ripened ovary having the seeds or a seed. A ripened ovary has the seed is called as fruit. So fruit, it indicates it is a kind of the term. It means a ripened ovary. Ripened ovary with seeds. Is called as fruit. So where we can find this kind of character in the sense in angiospermic plants. So means angiosperms can performing a character. Fruits are enclosed, or the seeds are enclosed by a fruit wall. The wall layer will be present. So how this development will be occur in the angiospermic plants means that we called it as a result of double fertilization. If you have to observe the double fertilization, so double fertilization or triple fission, the result of this double fertilization in angiosperms, where it is occur? Only in the angiosperms. In angiosperms can performing a character called as double fertilization. It is a most important character can be seen in the organisms called as in the class of angiospermae of plant kingdom. So what is this double fertilization? How this double fertilization is occur in the angiosperms? Finally, what will be produced by a double fertilization? So double fertilization is an event that we have discussed in the first PUC, like we called it as fertilization process. By involvement of two male gametes in the pollen tube. In that pollen tube, one male gamete can fuses with the egg cell of embryo sac. Then another male gamete can fuses with the secondary nucleus of an embryo sac. By the result of double fertilization, zygote formation and primary endosperm nucleus. The primary endosperm nucleus will be produced. So the zygote formation, how this zygote is produced? One male gamete of pollen tube can fuses with the egg, then first fertilization will be occur. That first fertilization result development of a zygote. Now the zygote is formed. After this zygote formation, how it will be develops? So now this zygote will develop into a structure called as embryo. The zygote will develop into a embryo. It means it undergoes the cell division and cell differentiation process. With that result, zygote will develop into a embryo. By the process we called it as the embryogenesis. Then this embryo will convert into a seed. During the development of embryo, whatever that primary endosperm nucleus will be present, this primary endosperm nucleus will be matured and to develop into the a matured endosperm. It will develop into a matured endosperm. What is the role it is performing during development of embryo from embryo to the seed? Actually, in angiospermic plants, this endosperm can provide food materials to developing embryo. It is providing food to developing a endosperm. Hence, this endosperm is providing food to the developing a embryo. Now this embryo will develop into formation of a seed finally. So how these seeds are produced in angiosperms? In the sense, by a process called as double fertilization. Seed formation is occurred by double fertilization. So while you have to observe the pleiades of these organisms, like we called it as cells, like zygote, it is in diploid condition, and then the embryo also it is in diploid condition, and the seed also it is in diploid condition. Whereas the primary endosperm nucleus, it is in triploid condition because it is formed by a result of fusion of one male gamete with a two nucleoid structure of a secondary nucleus. That's why the primary endosperm nucleus also we called it as a pen. This pen is in triploid condition and it will matures into to form a structure called as endosperm. That endosperm also it is in triploid condition in the angiosperms. So in angiosperms, the endosperm it is in triploid condition, and whereas in case of gymnosperms, endosperm is in a haploid condition. This we have to remember, because the seed formation and endosperm formation, they may be similar, all they will think, but it is different. Endosperm, in case of angiosperms, it is in triploid condition, whereas in case of gymnosperms, the endosperm is in haploid condition. In gymnosperms, endosperm is in haploid condition, is very important. Because in competitive examinations they will ask the questions, those we called it as, what is the ploidy of the endosperm in case of the angiosperms? That we are very well known, due to double fertilization, triploid condition, endosperm will be formed. But the endosperm of the gymnosperms, it is in haploid condition. And the final products of these fruit and seed formation, that we called it as after fertilization, the post fertilization changes we can observe in the flower are all the petals, the sepals, petals and the stamens, all they will be wither off. All they will be wither off or fall off. Then the ovary will convert. The ovary will convert into the fruit, and the ovule will convert into the seed. And all the other structures will be fall down, and the developments of fruit and seed we are observing. So this fruit and seed, how these are formed in the sense by the result of fertilizations, and these basic events like developmental stages will be occur. With that result, formation of fruit and seed are the final products in the angiosperm body. Like the ovaries will convert into fruit. So fruit is a very specialized structure. The ripened ovary, we call it as a fruit. Then inside that fruit, it has composed of the seeds. The number of the seeds depends on the number of the ovules present inside the fruit. So inside the fruit, how many ovules are present, based on the number of the ovules, the number of the seeds will be developing. That we can easily calculate. If we know that number of the ovules, then we can find out this many seeds will be produced. So then in some cases, another phenomenon is occur in the post fertilization, we called it as a parthenogenesis. The parthenogenesis. So the parthenogenesis, it represents the development of female egg into new individual without fertilization. Now the female individuals will develop into the newer, like we called it as the development of a female egg. The female egg, it will develop into a new whole individual without any fertilization. Without fertilization. Here, there is no fertilization mechanism is involved. Directly, the female organism can produce us their young ones. Their eggs will ready to produce us their young ones. Such a mechanism we call it as the parthenogenesis. So this parthenogenesis first time was observed by a scientist, we called it as Burnet is the, Charles Burnet is the name of the scientist. So Charles Burnet is the name of the scientist who observed the parthenogenesis mechanism first time in organisms of aphids. So this is the name of the scientist who observed the parthenogenesis mechanism in the organisms called as aphids. But the term parthenogenesis was given by the term parthenogenesis was given by Owen. So Owen is the name of the scientist who gave the term of parthenogenesis. The parthenogenesis, partheno, it represents a false fertilization mechanism, or without fertilization mechanism, without fertilization, the development of the new young ones. That we call it as a parthenogenesis. So we can observe many of the examples for this parthenogenesis. So there are several types of the plants performing this parthenogenesis. That parthenogenesis best example we can observe in the turkey birds, and the honeybees. In honeybees also are produced through parthenogenesis, and in case of the organisms like lizards, the rock lizards, and aphids and moths, and seedless fruits producing many types of the plants, all they are produced through the result of a parthenogenesis mechanism. In these following organisms, they will performing that function that we called it as a production of their new young ones without fertilization. This process we call it as the parthenogenesis process. So this is the conclusion of this reproduction in the organisms. So thank you for watching these videos, and we will be continue in the next class, the next new chapter of biology. Thank you.